91 yards and a touchdown from Brock Purdy in a win against the Packers. Kittle not trying to hear the pessimism around Brock, who is headed back to the NFC Championship, telling McAfee Brock is fantastic and he's consistent every single day. Second-year player and second time in the NFC Championship. That's what everybody does in their first 2 years, right? Greg Jennings joins us, looking
him
wonderful.
And Mark Sanchez, that's it.
Okay, he's on the squad.
Sanchez never had these numbers.
Okay. All right.
He didn't.
What can Purdy prove with a win?
Sadly, Wilds, to the naysayers, the haters, nothing.
Oh.
I don't think there's anything he can do because San Francisco is supposed to win. San Francisco is at home. Even if Debo is out, people still won't be impressed, the naysayers at least. If you're not impressed by him going 3-0 in the playoffs, you know, the game against Philly, he got hurt early. So I'll say 3-0 in games he started and finished in the playoffs.
That's as real as his third team All-Pro.
In 2 years, okay, 3-1. Okay, yeah, in 2 years, he has already won more playoff games than some people's MVP this season. Dak Prescott has done
MVP.
In 8 seasons.
Lamar, too.
I'm talking about Dak Prescott in 8 seasons. And he's equaled Lamar. He's already won more playoff games.
And he's won more playoff games than Lamar.
Fine. Then that too should impress you. All right? If throwing for 300+ and 3 TDs in your first playoff game ever doesn't impress you, I don't know what will. If going 8 touchdowns, no picks against Dallas and Philadelphia this year doesn't impress you, I don't know what will. I've contradicted myself. All right? I think, Nick, and you're in that camp too. I think I have something that might impress you or might change your mind. If it is an absolute shootout and Purdy's playing well the whole game and obviously Goff is playing well the whole game and the San Francisco can't stop him, but Detroit is leading late and Purdy, who's played well the whole game, leads a game-winning comeback win, will that impress you? Will that prove
I told
anything?
you I wasn't. You're operating from the perspective that I was not impressed by his game-winning drive this week. I was impressed by the game-winning drive, but unfortunately, if I have an amazing dessert, but the 6 courses made me vomit a few times to the side of the table, I'm not going to say that was a great meal. I was impressed by the baked Alaska, but unfortunately,
there have been a lot. Were you impressed by Montana with the catch?
So
I know you weren't born yet.
Bro, I understand that
because he had 3 interceptions and 4 fumbles. Three interceptions and a fumble before the catch.
No, but this is where
and he wasn't Joe Montana
yet. You get mad at me because I think, much like with Jimmy Garoppolo, that you believe wait a moment, that you believe Brock Purdy's awesome. Because
I've never said that.
No, correct. You have never said that. But what you do is say he might be the MVP of the league. Yeah. And then just now you say, hey, here's where it reminded me of Joe Montana. So listen, to answer the question, which was not what would it take to impress Nick Wright, it's what he can prove. What he can prove is that he at the very least can take the Niners as far as Jimmy Garoppolo did.
Thank you.
That's what it would
Jimmy
prove.
Garoppolo didn't take him anywhere.
I agree.
Jimmy Garoppolo in his 6 playoff games had 4 touchdowns, 6 interceptions.
You weren't saying that.
Jimmy Garoppolo
when Jimmy Garoppolo
that's what's not fair.
Never threw for 235 yards
I know all this.
Game.
I was saying it to you when you were putting up that ridiculous graphic.
No, is the graphic a lie?
No, but that's the point.
It's true.
Yes. And so
all I said about Jimmy Garoppolo is he wins.
Okay, right.
What I'm saying about Brock Purdy is he wins and he puts up numbers.
Okay, so hold on real quick. Sorry, Greg. So he wins and he puts up numbers. Is he awesome?
No.
Okay, well then why not?
We're the same, but
that remains to be seen.
He's a completely erased.
Why not?
Why not? It don't erase Jack. It don't erase Jack.
Wiles
No, I'm not saying he's. I'm going to say what I feel, which is he's a very good quarterback.
Okay.
And y'all need to stop giving him short
Bruce,
shrift.
You agree with them.
Exactly.
You're saying the same
He's a
thing.
good quarterback.
I don't agree with them.
Drew, let me ask you this. Let me ask you this.
He's not Patrick Mahomes, Lamar Jackson, Josh Allen, Joe Burrow. He's not those guys.
Let's go down a longer list.
But he's still a very good quarterback.
Since you did it, Greg, you tell me, because this is, and Wilds hates these discussions, but I love them, which is, would the Niners be in a worse position? Tell me the quarterback when I name them. You're like, nope, they'd be worse off with that guy.
Sure will.
Mahomes, Lamar, Allen, Burrow, Herbert.
We know those guys.
Hold on. I've got a lot more names. Goff, Hurts, C.J. Stroud, Matt Stafford. We're at 9. Trevor Lawrence.
First of all, we're not. Trevor Lawrence. No, get him out.
I'm asking Greg Jennings. You guys, I know that's fine.
Think about the situation he would be in.
Now you're complaining.
We don't even know.
Hold on. Kirk Cousins, Dak Prescott. Okay, right now we're at 12.
Prescott.
You think Brock Purdy's better than Dak Prescott?
The one that you said wet the bed in the playoffs?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, because Brock Purdy does not wet the bed in the playoffs.
He did. Okay, I saw the game.
What wet the bed was the wet ball and the rain. And even then, he played much better than Jordan Love. But everybody's giving
you thought
Love.
He played much better
yes,
than
Jordan Love.
Yes, he had a higher pass rating, threw for more yards.
Jordan Love
Didn't have any interceptions.
Greg's at 13. Kyler.
Y'all tripping. All right, that's all right.
Aaron Rodgers.
Aaron Rodgers hasn't thrown for 300 yards in 24 games.
Okay, so I put Brock Purdy, just so we know, because I will be very clear. I put Brock Purdy in the same class of quarterbacks as Tua Tagovailoa, Derek Carr, and Baker Mayfield. That is the caliber I think he is. So anyone that wants me on the record, do I think he's awesome? Do I think he's terrible? What I am? I will be very clear.
Baker.
I put him with Baker, Carr, and Tua in that class. They are going to be a chameleon to their surroundings. Better than Jimmy Garoppolo.
Chameleon? He's definitely better than Jimmy Garoppolo.
Yes.
Again, Jimmy Garoppolo never put up numbers like this.
I know, Drew. I was trying to make
and
that
they
case
weren't
for
even
years.
throwing the ball.
I know. That's the
all
point
I said was Jimmy Garoppolo wins, which he does.
Because I don't have to say anything. He completely agrees with this side of the table.
I agree with y'all. There's nuance. Everything isn't black and white.
Is he awesome?
Awesome? You know what? He was a Pro Bowler. How about that? And I'm not talking about with injuries. Yeah. He is a legitimate Pro Bowler.
Is he awesome?
He's awesome. So he's
a very good quarterback.
How about he's playing awesome?
He's playing awesome. There you go.
Okay.
Playing awesome.
Playing awesome.
We always give him a
life. All right, can I ask the group one more question?
Yeah, go.
If Jordan at the end of that game, instead of throwing across his body.
Another hypothetical.
Yes, I'm asking a question. The whole show is built on hypotheticals.
Not really.
If Jordan Love had executed a game-winning drive, do you think the Niners had lost that game? Purdy had the final drive, but it played that way. Do you think the Niners are entertaining changing quarterbacks this offseason?
I got a 2-word answer for you. All right, maybe it's 3.
Yeah.
He didn't. That's it. I don't need to entertain if Jordan Love wouldn't have thrown it across his body. He did throw it across his body, and Brock Purdy led the game-winning drive.
Terribly this week and they lose. Do you think it's 100% that he's the starter next year?
Let's let this thing play out.
So yes. Yeah, you have to say yes. What have I learned from you? Don't answer his question.
Good point. I'm not answering your question.
That's a good point.
I'll let the talking be done on the field.
Brock
Purdy. No, what I am is the voice of sanity. I don't wave the palm.
Where's the goalpost?
Or no
Because I feel like you're moving.
I got the goalpost.
Give them to me.
In fact, I'm calling you OG. Old goalpost over there. It ain't for old gangsters. Original gangsters, old goalpost.
Wow.
49ers
Just
roster.
say he's awesome, bro.
He's playing awesome.
Ask me what I think about
He's
Mahomes.
playing
He's awesome.
He's a Pro Bowler. He was 3rd-team All-Pro.
That's not a thing. You have to stop saying that.
Neither is Jordan Love not throwing that interception.
49ers roster is supposed to be a significant advantage for San Francisco, but not so fast, according to friend of the show, Colin Cowherd. Take a listen.
These Lions, they're a great story too. But this roster, that pass rusher, that running back, that tight end, that safety, these weapons, Detroit can match San Francisco player for player. Not quite as old, but arguably just as good, as just as deep.
Okay, Greg, are the 49ers on upset alert?
Of course, absolutely. Without doubt, without question, they are on upset alert. When we watch what they put on tape against the Green Bay Packers in the divisional round, the Detroit Lions, if they play that way, I'm not saying that they even will, can go in there and beat the 49ers. Look, Detroit, I think the margin of error for Detroit is a lot less than it is for the 49ers. I don't think Detroit can go in there and blow them out by any means or by any stretch. But when you look at offense versus their defense, Detroit Lions can pose problems. They will not allow them to just get after the quarterback. They have a great offensive line. They have weapons around them. They can definitely run the ball the way that Green Bay was able to run the ball. Offensively, for the 49ers, they pose problems for Detroit in the passing game. We've talked to that ad nauseum, but up front running the ball, they can stop the run. If Detroit can stop the run and force is he awesome or not awesome quarterback?
Awesome. How about that? He's
playing awesome quarterback. If he forces them to throw the ball and he doesn't have success, absolutely, Detroit can go in there.
They're not. I mean, this is a tough game. Like I'm not writing on. I mean, I think San Francisco wins clearly, but they're not on as much upset alert as the Ravens. The Chiefs have obviously a good chance against the Ravens. But this isn't like Niners Green Bay. We're going into that game, it's like, no, they're beating the Packers. Like, I think the Niners are clearly the better team, but they're going to have to win this game. They're going to have to, they got to take them seriously. And you're right. If Detroit stops the run, then it gets interesting. Yeah. I'm not convinced they will, but if they do, that's when it really gets interesting. And you're right. They have a great run defense.
I'm just curious, just for the table. We can start with Brew, maybe.